The log is off.
Am I starting?
You're starting?
You said you start, and then I said, no, I'll start. Then I said, no, you start instead.
No, you said
I'll
you would start.
Hello, everybody. I've got to be honest with you. I've had 2.5 pints of beer and a full Chinese, and I'm feeling like brain dead, completely brain dead. I'm not even sure what day it is.
Well, if the last 5 minutes of post-production or anything go by, this is going to be fun.
You mean the only 5 minutes of pre-production?
Well, yeah, you had to stuff your face with prawn crackers, though, didn't you? So
I only had 3 prawn crackers, but I did have a full tray of salt and pepper prawns.
So, how's the weight loss going now? I'll tell you what we'll do first, mate, if you don't mind, because we always do this at the end.
Got a Chinese early teeth.
Aye.
Both
Crispy seaweed all over.
Go on, sorry.
So we always do the socials at the end, but as you pointed out in one episode, you can't keep sucking your teeth doing this.
I found that I've got a chili in my tooth and I need to get it out, otherwise I'm going to look like Spinach Man with spinach in my teeth. But it's done now. I'm done.
Fuck me, this is the most unprofessional start we've ever done. Will you stop doing that?
Okay, go on. Right, do the socials then. Do it at the beginning.
So we always do the socials at the end, but no one's getting past, especially on this episode, no one's getting past this. So if you'd like to follow us on the Lagers Off podcast, we're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, at the Lagers Off podcast. You've put me right off.
Is that why you said nips instead of this?
What did I say?
Nips.
Oh,
I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I didn't say. Right, okay. So if you'd like to follow us on the Lagers Off podcast, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Please could you follow us? We've hit a milestone for our Instagram followers. We're now able to do a live stream, which will be a special later on. I think we still need a bit more pushing on some of the other channels.
Are we influencers on Instagram now then?
No.
What do you have to get to be an influencer?
What, 1 million?
1 million?
Well, definitely not 1,000, mate.
That's a lot of people, isn't
it? Yeah. What you go to on the Chinese? At the Chinese? I'm sure we must have talked about this before.
I don't like Chinese.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Having said that, we did get a family one last night, and I just had some noodles and some salt and pepper wings.
My wife always has salt and pepper wings. I do like a salt and pepper wing. Nice.
I like wings, but you know what ruins it? That I don't understand what do they think salt and pepper is?
Well, I think it's full MSG. Like my mouth is so dry now after my tray of salt and pepper prawns that I can barely speak.
I had to go for like 18 pisses after it as well. So it must be salt.
You know when you do that clack on your mouth, that's what I feel like. Like I've got cement in me now. We had special fried rice, curry sauce and chips, salt and pepper chicken wings, salt and pepper prawns. Nice.
Bosh. He would still be reading that for half an hour though. If you don't know what
I know. But that's because I'm so thin these days.
Is it?
No.
That you have to. No. How is the weight loss going?
It's going okay. Lost a couple of kilos. It's going well. I made some empty promises in the last episode where I said that I'd be joining the gym and getting a bike. I still have done neither. I think we're 3 weeks on now.
Right, so I want to just talk to you seriously here because I've got an update on my weight loss. And I don't want you to judge or laugh, right? Okay. So I'll take the piss. You can't take the piss because this has been a massive setback in my life.
Is it your tits?
It's really affected us mentally. So, you know, I was telling you last time about how the bathroom scales were like, you can't laugh.
No, I'm trying.
Sort yourself out, right? Just because honestly, it's really affected us. So I was telling you the scales weren't right. So it turns out you don't even know what I'm going to say.
But the more I try to not laugh, the more it's right. Okay, go.
So last time I said the scales were inaccurate. There was
Yes.
a massive variance in where you got weighed and how you got weighed.
Yes.
So we've got some new ones.
Okay.
So it's undeniable I've lost weight. My clothes aren't fitting. My belt's on 5 notches down. So I've definitely lost weight. However, I'm a stone heavier than I thought I was starting.
So you're at the weigh. Have you lost a stone?
So I've lost 2 stone, but
You're a stone up.
I'm a stone up. Do you know how disheartening that is?
Yeah, but that just... Nah, I think that's all right, mate. Because it's only a number, isn't it? And if you feel better, then you feel better.
I had a meltdown. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this anymore.
Did Sarah get on the scales as well, or was she heavier?
Yeah, but she knew that... she kind of knew that was what the problem was, but I just carried on and thought, I'll just bury my head in the sand.
I don't think that's a bad thing, mate. I think that's pretty good. Because it is only a number, and if you feel better about yourself and your clothes fit a bit better, then so be it.
All right, well, thanks for that support, mate. I was expecting you to take the piss more.
No, I think that's just unfortunate. Well, I know what you're like with technology as well.
How can I be... I literally stand on some scales. How can I fuck that up?
I bet they're electronic scales, aren't they?
Yeah.
There you go. You need to go analog. You need to go analog. The analog ones don't go high enough for me.
Well, when we're looking at other scales, you can get things that fucking read your palm and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I've seen them. They measure your ball sack and stuff, don't they?
No need.
Hey, anyway, we've more pressing news, and this is not funny at all, but we've got a new pope.
I haven't.
Apparently, he's a nonce denier.
What does that mean?
He turned a blind eye to some noncery.
Oh dear. He's American as well, isn't he?
Trump will be claiming credit for that, won't he?
Yeah. I can't imagine an American pope. Like,
first one.
Jesus loves you guys. Don't be an asshole.
I don't think he's from The Sopranos.
He's from Chicago.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people like still go and watch the Pope. You think the church is in decline, but actually it's pretty big, isn't it? And I was looking at something about Africa, and like everyone in Africa is now a Christian. So
yeah, only because we made them.
Colonized them and then forced religion onto them. But they're big Christians by all accounts.
Anyway, we're dangerously close to the knuckle here with all this. So shall we have a beer?
Yes. Do you want to do the introductions, Dan? No,
yeah.
I'll do them. You can't.
Will you stop doing that? Will you stop saying, will you do it? And then you do it. It's confusing us.
So, we are on this evening a Crush Depth NEPA, New England IPA, from Otherworld Brewing. This is a brewery that I'm not actually that familiar with, if I'm perfectly honest. It's weighed in is a nice 6.4%, and I think the brewery is based in Scotland.
Is it?
I think so. You're checking this out now, aren't you?
Now, I'm looking at the can art. That's quality. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it?
I love
quite
stuff
cartoony.
like that.
Yeah, I quite like that. It's nice and simple, I like it. 6.4% on top of me 2.5 pints. It might be a little bit of a...
I think if you're just going to have one beer, 6.5% is perfect.
Yeah. Do you know what I've been drinking a lot of, mate? And I don't want you to judge us for this, but
I'm going to.
I've been drinking a lot of Corona. Love a Corona at the minute. Absolutely love it.
Hang on a minute. Right, you told me something before we came on that you'd had a few pints at the pub. And you said what one of the pints was.
Hawkstone Lager.
So hang on. Is this whole thing reversed now?
It might be. Yeah. You mean I'm drinking lager and you're drinking beer?
Yeah.
I did also have a pint of stout, though. Actually, I had a pint and a half of stout and a Hawkstone lager.
Hawkstone's nice, isn't it?
A lager is just nice in the sun. It was a bit sunny and it was quite warm, and I just thought, you know what? I just fancy a lager. So
that's like a posh lager, I would say.
Is it? It's the only lager they serve in my pub, so.
How much? Well, that's what I'm talking about. How much is it a pint?
No, I have no idea.
How can you not know?
I've got. Oh, I get a tab. That's why. So I get a tab and then I pay at the end. So I think it was.
I thought you were like, how much is that, mate? Covering your eat.
It was like £11 or something for me. 3 pints, 2.5 pints. So it is quite expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
What's
cheers.
up? Mine's like a Mr. Whippy.
Good walnut whip.
Oh, I had a walnut whip in the car journey from Marks and Spencer's on the way down to work the other day. Well, actually, I tell a lie. I didn't have one. I had a box of 3. Walnut whips are superior.
I don't like them.
How can you not like a walnut whip?
Well, first off, I didn't even know you still get them. And
Marks and Spencer's.
is it called a walnut whip, or is it called like a whippy walnut or something?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. I didn't take a look. It can't be called a walnut whip, can it? Because that's like the specialized brand.
Yeah.
But it's walnut whip is a superior chocolate, as Chris Eubank would say. A stupendous chocolate.
Sweeties.
Yeah. Right. So this is actually quite a good beer. I've got to say.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
So the weight loss is good. No gym, no bike. I'm still thinking about doing it. I am thinking that I need to do more exercise. I started walking the dog a lot further and a lot more, which is good. So now we're just going to go back into. Let me tell you. So I had a little trip and a couple of nights away in Leeds. So I think, as I said before, Leeds was my old stomping ground, so I know it quite well. Basically, what I realised during the course of my nearly 18 years away from living in Leeds is that I don't actually know it anymore. And the whole city is based... I literally know nothing. There's about 6 places that I now know where they are.
Well, that happens in all cities. Every time I go to Newcastle, it looks different.
It was absolutely mad. I was like, we'll go to this pub, it's not there. We'll go to this pub, it's not there. We'll go to this pub, it's not there. I used to go to this pub, it's not there. Well, this is the busiest street in Leeds, dead as a doornail. It was like, oh my God. So anyway, so I went to Leeds. But I did have my first experience somewhere. I went to the Everyman Cinema. Everyman Cinema. And it was, I have to say, wondrous. I absolutely loved it.
Explain the concept of Everyman Cinema, and I'll tell you how you're a massive idiot.
Right, so the concept of an Everyman Cinema is you get overcharged for an overpriced film on a screen that's not that big, to sit on a couch next to your missus on a 2-seater couch, but you get to take overpriced food into it and overpriced alcohol, and until the film starts, they'll bring you some more food and drink that is overpriced.
So basically, their business model is to replicate your living room and charge you the out of it.
Basically, yeah, I loved it. It was brilliant.
What was so good about it?
Well, it might have been because I had 2 cocktails and a bottle of wine before the film started.
What film did you go and see?
We went to see... Well, this is a whole different story, this. We went to see... I can't remember what it was called. It was
Not a surprise.
It was some... it was a black man who plays himself twice, 2 different characters.
Eddie Murphy?
No, it wasn't the Nutty Professor.
Was it Nutty Professor to the Clumps?
Is it something called... Is it Sinners? Is that a film?
I don't know. I wasn't there, mate. You'll have to tell me.
Anyway, the film was... I quite enjoyed the film, actually. It was like far-fetched, as far-flung as shit from China, but it was a bit like Dusk Till Dawn. So basically, it started out like a film, and then it turned into a vampire film at the end. I think it was called Sinners, or I think it was Sinners. I need to look it up, don't I? Hang on.
Well, you shouldn't have to look a film up you saw the other week.
It's me Alzheimer's, mate. Sinners. Yeah, Sinners. It was Sinners. It was Sinners. Michael B. Jordan. I thought he was dead as well. Had a long conversation with my wife when I left about how he's just died recently. It turns out it wasn't him. It was a different act.
Oh no, you're thinking the guy who was Black Panther, weren't you?
Yeah. So yeah, I was. Yeah, see. I'm not up on current films, so but yeah, I thought it was quite good. But anyway, so I also like I said, I did have a couple of drinks. We had a couple of cocktails, and I think I had a beer and a bottle of wine. But I also got a hot dog. What the hell is that sound?
I don't know.
Are you living in some sort of zoo or something?
Oh, it's that magpie that lives outside our house. Can you hear that?
Yeah, like honestly, that sounds like you lived in the Zambezi.
The little prick wakes us up every morning doing that.
We had that yesterday. A crow was on our roof going "Rah! Rah!" for about half an hour. So my way of getting rid of the crows, I went to the window and I jiggled it. Didn't work. You're gonna have to get rid of that. It's like it's causing havoc.
He's a twat.
You're gonna have to get rid of those. Gonna have to get good. It's not good.
Oh, he's back.
Honestly, you don't understand how clear this is.
Right, hang on. God, that is loud, isn't it? Hang on.
For those listening, Dan's knocking on the window to try and chase away the magpie. I don't know if he's been successful. We'll find out.
You've been talking smack about us.
So when I went into the Everyman Cinema, I also had a hot dog, a classic hot dog, and it was absolutely out of this world. It was brilliant.
Was it longer than the bun?
It was a proper big fat boy. You'd have been proud of that as a penis.
What did you have? What did you have? What did you have on it? Oh God!
Mustard, ketchup, and those those crispy onions.
Oh, I hate those.
Oh, the best. They were absolute. It was bonanza. But I did drop a bit of mustard down my top, so that was a downside of it. So yeah, so the Everyman Cinema, mate. I'm all for it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it again. Wow. I think it's because we were in the city centre though, and we were staying over, so we didn't have to drive or anything. So you can if we go to the cinema, we can't do anything. We've got to drive there. You know what I mean? So that was quite nice that we didn't have to do that.
Well, if you want to recreate it at home, folks, get your wife to charge you £50 and bring you snacks.
It was expensive, I have to say. I think it was £30 for a bottle of wine. It was expensive, but it was. The sofa as well was well comfortable. It was like it was like feather packed. It was one of those ones that you sink into, and that's it. You just sink into it, and you just don't have to move. Your bum doesn't get numb or anything. It was one of them. Well, good. So yeah, Everyman Cinema. You heard it here. Probably 10 years too late.
It's a disgrace, really, because they've spent years developing IMAX cinema and VR and all this kind of thing, and 3D cinemas and all this experience with sound and vision. And then everyone's just going to basically their front room now.
All people want is food and drink in the cinema, served to you. I think that's the key, served to you. I was disappointed they didn't serve it through the film though. That would have been better, but they don't. They just give you the little bit at the beginning.
Oh, so they don't actually come around while the film's on?
No, they'll do a last orders when the film's sort of starting and bring it all in, and then that's it. You've got to go and help yourself after that.
Shite, I won't ever go.
So the other part two of this. So after we came out of the Everyman Cinema, we went across the road and we went to a cocktail bar. Now, I don't live in the big city anymore, but I know this. I know it's a chain of cocktails, and it was...
the big city? A Disney mouse?
It was called The Alchemist. Oh, it's called The Alchemist. So everyone, I know they're everywhere.
They're all
now.
called that, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all called the same. But, I had a cocktail. My goodness, it was good. Came in a chocolate cup, like an edible chocolate cup. And it was full of booze and cream. And I was just like...
Sounds like you.
Cost us about, I don't know, about £100 or whatever it was, because the cocktails are ridiculous. And I'd finished it within about 3 minutes.
So this is the cocktail experience, right? Because we hardly ever go for cocktails, but we did go a few weeks ago to the Botanist in Newcastle.
I went to the Botanist as well.
Yeah. So this is like, if you've never been to the Botanist in Newcastle, I don't know if is it a chain?
Yeah, because it was one in Leeds, so it must be.
But it's like, it's heavily edited, isn't it? Do you know what I mean by that? It's like plants and shit everywhere. And
and it's also not quite as upmarket as Alchemist, I don't think. And the cocktails are a bit shitter.
Yeah, so we got some cocktails. It was quite expensive, I think. It's like 10 quid each or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like the fruity ones.
Of course you do.
But the thing is, you stand at the bar.
I gotta do it in a less gay voice.
No, that's me.
I like the fruity ones.
Oh, the fruity ones, I do.
All right, Daddy.
I know. Experience
I think
is,
we've got our new short.
the experience is you go in and you look at the menu because you don't know what they are, do you? You're like, oh, that sounds nice. And you order two and you stand there for 25 minutes while they basically cut fruit up and fanny about, giving it all this guy. And then you sit down and you do this. Oh, that's lovely. That's absolutely amazing. That is amazing. How have they done that? And then you have a drink of each other's, don't you? Oh, yours is good. Yours is excellent. And then you just do that and then you go.
I had a pint of Guinness. My wife had a one in the Alchemist, and it came with a fake tongue, like
Why?
a rubber tongue.
Why?
And it was covered in popping candy. This fake tongue. So basically, she had to sit in a pub and tongue a fake tongue to get the popping candy on it. So it was, it was quite, it was a good experience. That I enjoyed it. But you wait at the bar for two cocktails, you're right, and you're like there for hours. But it costs so much, and I drink them so fast as well.
I do as well.
I can't help myself.
It's because if you're used to drinking beer, you're like...
You're a quaffer.
Yeah.
So,
but it's got its place, I suppose. It's good fun.
And in The Alchemist, they do all sorts of shit. There was a lass behind the bar who was serving us, and I was just watching everything she's doing. She's like doing like 4 bottles at once and pouring them in like this, it's splashing everywhere. And
The high pour.
Yeah. And it's like she's just slamming them down. She's got orange juice and she's lighting shit on fire and stuff like that.
Like oranges on fire.
And I said to her, "I bet you go home really sticky." And then I realised that just sounded like some terrible pervert at the bar.
Yeah, out.
Yeah. But she did actually say, "Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I'm just covered in alcohol." Yeah. So there you go. I know I'm late to the party here, but I recommend the Everyman Cinema, bottle of wine, best hot dog ever, onto the Alchemist, couple of cocktails, and then down to the Botanist for 1 pint of Guinness.
But I don't recommend... Well, actually, cocktails were all right. I would do cocktails every now and then.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. I enjoy it.
So, mate, something that I've kind of shocked myself at recently is starting to think about how I would think about me when I was younger. Like if my younger self could see me now.
Does it start with, "Oh, you've let yourself go"?
Yeah, you've disgrace.
You fat pig.
You absolute pig. But the other thing is,
look at you.
I was in B.
Being
Oh my, calm down. You're gonna have to need counselling, right? But the other thing is, I was...
You fat beardy weirdy.
I'll just edit it out.
To be fair though, I'm actually thinking about my younger self as well.
But the other day I was in B&Q and I got so excited because they had 10 microfiber towels on sale.
You need to get on Temu, mate.
I love a microfiber.
What are you using your microfibers for?
It's anything. If
like
something
what?
needs wiping down, I'm getting me microfibers out. And I've got different colours, I've got different sizes. I use one for cleaning my guitar. I use one for cleaning screens. I've got one under the desk for my phone. I've got wet ones. I've got damp ones. I've got ones that I only use for chemicals.
Oh, this sounds like the start of a song.
Yeah. Wait, one step.
I mean, I can't say that I've got the joy of a microfiber, but young Dan would be disgusted. He'd be like,
Disgusted.
"You fat, beady, weedy microfiber towel prick." Look at your tits and your missing teeth.
Wipe those tits with that towel, you disgrace.
Oh, mop up that sweat, you fat pig.
Oh God. I'm losing weight though, young Dan.
You can't even operate a set of skills, you fat pig. You're an even fatter pig than you thought.
Oh man, my glasses are steaming up. Aye, because you're so fat. Hang on. Oh, do you know what I need now? What I haven't got a microphone.
Oh, the irony! Oh, the irony! Oh,
right.
Microfibers would definitely be frowned on by a younger self. But you mentioned my favourite thing, which is actually not quite my favourite thing, but you mentioned B&Q, being in B&Q. I mean, DIY is like my favourite thing at the minute. I just can't get enough DIY. I could wander around the power tools for hours.
It's shit. That's like a job.
No, I've just done a bit of conduiting today.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm going to rewire my garage. I've told you this, haven't I? I've been planning it. I'm still planning it. And I'm just
what did you say it was?
Conduit.
What's that?
It's what the wires run through. It's a pipe the wires run through.
Did you say pipe then?
It's not a pipe, it's a conduit.
Well, what's the difference between a pipe and a conduit?
Well, it's made out of plastic and it's for running electrical wires through. Anyway. Before we get into the semantics of what a conduit is, difference between conduit and a pipe.
No difference.
We've I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, so one of my favourite places is actually not B&Q, it's Screwfix. Feel like a real man.
I'm intimidated in there.
Yeah,
everyone knows what they're doing.
They don't. The category. I was in there for quite a long time today trying to pick some stuff because I couldn't make the tablet work.
But you know what I hate about it? There's nowhere to hide. So you know in B&Q you can pretend you're looking around but not really know what you're doing. In there it's like tradesmen coming in for like, all right, Bill, I've got 2 B4Bs. And gets them.
I was sweating like buggery. I've got microfiber towel.
I find that I hate that shot. I had to go once to pick some up, and I was just like, "Have you got me heat gun?"
Did you feel you were getting judged?
He
doesn't know how to use this.
It was like they just knew. They were like, they could smell fear.
I love it, but yeah, my younger self would have been like, "There's a man to do that. Why the fuck are you doing that yourself? There's a man to do that. You don't need to do it."
Yeah, you would have been like, "That's a waste of your time.
Yeah,
it's beneath you."
And now I'm like, "Oh God, what else can I do?
You fat idiot!
What else can I... Hey, did you go for the
fat baldy bastard?
Did you drop me a see you next Tuesday in there?
Yeah, I'll beep it out because I'm getting you back.
Hey, I'm comfortable. I am as God made me.
I'm as God made me, so.
The other thing I like as well is a bit of financial planning.
Oh God, I'm shite at that.
I was thinking about it, I was laughing as well because we're in Leeds and I was reliving my youth a little bit. Oh, I didn't tell you though, we did go to see Bat Out of Hell as well. Amazing.
What's that?
Bat Out of Hell, the musical.
Oh God.
Anyway, that's for a different time. But I was laughing at myself because when I was young, I used to be so poor. It was unbelievable. Like, I'd be like literally like on my copper. I was coppering up to get drinks and food and stuff at some point. I would always go out.
What age are you talking about here?
Like 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh, right, okay.
Early 20s. I was so poor. Couldn't even afford a razor once, and I got bollocked at work for having not been shaven.
It's like a Dickensian thing.
Actually,
Boy!
at that job, though, you used to be able to smoke at your desk. That's how long ago it was. Yeah, so
Probably why I
now,
had no money.
Yeah, but now I love a bit of financial planning. Who'd have thought it?
I don't bother.
Ah,
Life's too short for penny pinching.
I've got a mortgage renewal coming up. I'm in heaven.
You know, so am I. Do you want to do mine?
Pick the one that's the cheapest. Yeah. So I think my younger self would just hate me now. So basically, that'd be it. Absolutely hate us.
Mine would as well.
Right then, mate. So we've been on the Crush Depth New England IPA. It's a 6.4% beer from our friends in Scotland, I believe.
Is it definitely from Scotland? Because it looks like it's got like Norwegian gear on the back of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Brewed
I don't
Otherworld.
think you've done your due diligence here with this research.
Brewed by Otherworld Brewing, Horden Green, EH22, Scotland. Kiss my face.
Right, fine. Right. That's the
Otherworld
question.
Brewing, Crush Depth, NEPA, 6.4%. Is the lager on or the lager off?
The lager's off.
That basically went Zoff.
It'll work on the. How many times do I have to tell you this? It'll work on the live recording. Jesus Christ!
I didn't actually edit the lagers off into the last episode, so hopefully it'll be all right. Hopefully it was there.
Do your job.
Yeah, good. That's very refreshing, that, wasn't it? Nice.
It's really nice. I couldn't taste any of the fruit they said was in it. Like,
what did they say was in it? I can't read this can very well. I've got to be honest.
So it said coconut. Didn't get coconut.
No, I didn't get
peach.
Coconut.
Got a little bit of peach. Kiwi fruit, no. Light citrus, a little bit.
Yeah, citrusy. No melon, no
lime and grape.
Bit limey, bit of lime in there maybe, but it was fruity though. It was nice. This is what my younger self would hate. I've got new prescription lenses, and now I can't see close up, so I've got to lift my glasses up to read small writing.
Do you know what else my younger self would hate? Me drinking craft beer like a twat.
I know, and talking about it like you're a twat as well.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, this is not Carling. I like Carling. Oh, I might push the boat out occasionally and get a Stella Artois.
That was posh when we were kids.
But it was posh. And it was also rocket fuel. I still find Stella rocket fuel. Although not since it got dropped to 4%.
It's because they bottled it with the
tax.
The tax, didn't they?
And when it was 5%, it used to make me crazy if I had a session on the Stella. Right, down the hatch.
I finished mine. So.
And on that note, see you next week.
See you next time, bro. Bye-bye.